This video could help you avoid going full Grinch mode at Disney World. Wrong IP, I know, but going to Disney during the holidays is supposed to be magical. But with heavy crowds, events with limited capacity, and unintuitive rules, wait, Santa has a virtual queue? It's enough to make you want to vacuum up all the decorations off of Main Street and take them up to your mountainside lair. Okay, I think this metaphor is getting away from me, but don't worry. To make sure that your Disney vacation doesn't make you want to cancel Christmas, Guide to WDW is here with 12 tips and tricks for visiting during the holiday season. Hi, I'm James from Guide to WDW, and today I'm going to unwrap the secrets about Disney's seasonal offerings, from where to find the best holiday decorations, the best way to guarantee a spot at Candlelight Processional, to the best times to go to avoid those holiday crowds. The best part? You don't even have to wait until Christmas morning. So let's dive in. Number 1, watch the Premium Party Parade without paying for a ticket. One of the biggest draws of Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party is the Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas Time Parade. It's truly spectacular, and for some people, it's worth the price of admission alone. But what if you don't want to shell out up to $200 per ticket to go to the party? On the week of Christmas, Magic Kingdom starts running the Christmas parade in the afternoon for regular guests. The parks are so busy that week that they don't even offer the holiday party because it would limit park operating hours for all the other guests. They usually start running the parade on December 23rd, and that goes all the way through New Year's Eve. Now, Magic Kingdom is extremely crowded that week, so in exchange for heavy crowds, you get some premium entertainment without having to pay extra. For advice on how to navigate Disney World with heavy crowds, be sure to hit that subscribe button because I have a video on that topic coming very soon. But what if you're visiting during another week? I can't help you with the parade, but here's a way to see the party fireworks without paying extra. Number 2, where to see the party fireworks outside the parks. Here's a reason why you should always pay attention to the party schedule even if you aren't planning on going to one of the parties. Because on those nights you can watch the fireworks complete with the soundtrack from outside the parks if you know where to go. If you eat dinner at certain restaurants along the monorail resorts, you can get a view of Magic Kingdom's holiday fireworks. My favorite spot to go is California Grill, since you get incredible views from the top floor at the Contemporary as they pipe in the music. Narcoossee's at Grand Floridian is another great choice, as you can get waterfront views on the Seven Seas Lagoon. In the past, we've even been able to get a good view of the fireworks from the TTC. What about Hollywood Studios? Dining at Topolino's Terrace or Toledo will give you a good view of the Jingle Bam fireworks that will play exclusively during the Jollywood Nights party, but in the past, these restaurants have not piped in the music from the fireworks show. Number 3, don't miss one of the best parts of the Festival of the Holidays. There are a lot of reasons to get excited about the EPCOT Festival of the Holidays. There are decorations, food booths, celebrities, we'll get to that in a bit. But it's easy to overlook one of the coolest things that EPCOT does during the holidays, which are the international storytellers. Throughout the countries of the world showcase, these storytellers will share a bit about the holiday traditions from their culture.
It is very sweet, no?
It's not as flashy as the other offerings, but it's something that's at the core ideal of EPCOT, to be able to connect with different cultures around the world and learn something new. In a season about peace on earth and goodwill to humankind, I just think that seeking these out is a must-do. Number 4, the best way to guarantee a seat at Candlelight Processional. Candlelight Processional is another holiday tradition that my family never misses when we visit during the holidays. With a choir, orchestra, and celebrity narrator, this tells the traditional Christmas story with a remarkable level of grandeur and pageantry. Those are just fancy words to say it looks pretty and sounds pretty too. There are 3 shows nightly, but it is extremely popular. And with celebrity narrators like Neil Patrick Harris, Sterling K. Brown, and Brendan Fraser, it can be hard to secure a seat. If you don't want to line up at least 30 minutes to an hour early, here's the best way to get a guaranteed seat. A Candlelight Processional dining package, which gives you access to a preferred seating section in addition to a multi-course meal, for about $10 to $15 more than what you would normally pay at the restaurant. Now, some of these can get pretty pricey, so here's the route that I always try to go for. You can get a counter service dining package at Regal Eagle Smokehouse for much cheaper than the other dining packages. The Regal Eagle packages can only be bought on the same day, but they may not be available on peak days, so if you're really interested in guaranteeing your spot, go for the Spice Road Table Dining Package for the next lowest price point. Number 5. Know which rides have seasonal overlays. While Disneyland has the most elaborate and well-known holiday overlays, Disney World actually has 3 rides that get special holiday versions. At Magic Kingdom, the Jungle Cruise turns into the Jingle Cruise with holiday-themed puns and shenanigans. Then over at EPCOT, Guardians of the Galaxy has a holiday remix featuring an original song for the holidays, and Living with the Land has my favorite holiday overlay with some great decorations located throughout the greenhouses. Number 6. Where to find Santa. Looking for Santa at Disney World? He's actually about as easy to find as Mickey Mouse, because jolly old St. Nick is pretty much everywhere on Disney property during the holidays. He'll make appearances starting in November all the way up until December 24th. At Hollywood Studios and Animal Kingdom, Santa makes drive-by appearances in the Merry Motorcade and the Festive Flotilla, which happen periodically throughout the day. But what if you want a meet and greet? You can meet Santa in the gazebo at Liberty Square at Magic Kingdom and at the Odyssey at EPCOT. For a unique photo op, you can see Santa in his vacation attire at Blizzard Beach. And Santa also greets guests at Once Upon a Toy in Disney Springs, which brings us to the next tip. Number 7. Know the Santa virtual queue rules. If you want to meet Santa at Disney Springs, you have to join a virtual queue. And it works differently than the Tron or Guardians queue. Disney just announced the details for the Santa virtual queue this year, and the opening times are different than last year. This meet and greet starts on November 10th, and you can join the queue at 9 a.m., 11:30 a.m., 2 p.m., 4:30 p.m., or 7 p.m. You can find the Santa virtual queue inside the virtual queues section in the My Disney Experience app, and then tap on Disney Springs. And last year, Disney Springs was the only location that had a virtual queue for Santa. Number 8. The Christmas Tree Stroll. Here's another bit of free holiday fun. Throughout Disney Springs, you'll be able to find 20 elaborately decorated Christmas trees. These trees will feature themes like The Lion King and Mary Poppins, but the best part is that there's a free scavenger hunt featuring a holiday pin as a reward. Last year, you could pick up a Disney Springs Christmas Tree Stroll map at these locations. Number 9. Visit the resorts during the holidays. Some of my favorite holiday decorations at Disney World aren't in the parks. They're at the resorts, which get their halls decked to the nines every November and December. One of my favorite things to do at Disney World during the holidays is to resort hop using the monorail or the Skyliner and to see all of the fun and creative decorations. Be sure to check out the resorts which have the elaborate and massive gingerbread displays, like this walk-through gingerbread house at the Grand Floridian. Number 10. Get to the holiday parties early. Disney World has not one, but 2 holiday parties this year. Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party at Magic Kingdom, which takes place from 7 to 12, and Disney Jollywood Nights at Hollywood Studios, which takes place from 8:30 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. That doesn't sound like a lot of time at the parks, and it isn't, but partygoers can actually get into the parks earlier than the party start time. For Mickey's Very Merry, party guests can get into Magic Kingdom starting at 4 p.m. For Jollywood Nights, party guests can get into Hollywood Studios starting at 7. If you're going to these parties, I highly recommend going to the parks at least 30 minutes before these times. Especially for Jollywood Nights, 4 hours is not a lot of party time, and there's going to be some highly in-demand activities like the Tip Top Club at Tower of Terror or the holiday variety show hosted by Kermit and Miss Piggy. So you'll want to make sure that you maximize your time. 11. Know the holiday party virtual queues and why you might not want to join them. Speaking of time, you'll want to know the virtual queue openings for Tron and Rise of the Resistance for the parties. Yes, you heard that right. Both Tron and Rise will have virtual queues during the parties, and no, I have no clue why Rise needs a virtual queue during this event, since it has a regular standby queue during regular park hours. And just to keep things interesting, they both have different opening times. So the Tron virtual queue will open at 6 p.m. for party guests on Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Nights, and the Rise of the Resistance virtual queue will open at 8 p.m. for Jollywood Nights guests. Here's why I would recommend against doing Rise of the Resistance during Jollywood Nights, even though it's one of my favorite rides. It takes too long. Even if you skip the line and walk straight to the room with Ray, it still takes about 20 minutes to go through the entire ride. With only 4 hours at the party, that just takes up way too much time. I'd recommend going on rides during regular park hours. Tron during Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party is a bit better. The ride is really short, and you get to go on during the night, which is the best time to ride. Number 12. Know when it's the least crowded at Disney during the holidays. Like I said at the beginning of the video, Disney during the holidays is synonymous with crowds. But that's not always true. The holiday season at Disney World actually kicks off as soon as Halloween ends, so you have 2 months, and the crowds only really come in full force during the week of Thanksgiving and the week before and the week after Christmas. The other weeks in November and December can have more moderate crowds or be downright light depending on the week. In the past, the first week of November has lower crowds, but not all the holiday offerings are available yet. So for the best time to visit during the holidays, try to find some time after Thanksgiving week ends and before December 18th or so. Going to Disney World during these weeks can feel like a holiday miracle. If you want to know more of the best times to go to Disney World, check out this video, which breaks down the best and worst days to visit each park. This has been James from Guide to WDW, wishing you a very happy holiday season. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you real soon.